Once upon a time, a legend was whispered among shadows. It was a legend of hope. It was a legend of dreams. It was a legend of light. It was a legend of dark. This is the legend of Deltarune. For millennia, light and dark have lived in balance, bringing peace to the world. But if this harmony were to shatter, a terrible calamity would occur. The sky will run black with terror, and the land will crack with fear. Then, her heart pounding, the earth will draw her final breath. Only then, shining with hope, three heroes appear at world's edge. A human, a monster, and a prince from the dark. Only they can seal the fountains and banish the angels' heaven. Only then will balance be restored, and the world is saved from destruction. Today, the fountain of darkness, the geyser that gives this land form, stands tall at the center of the kingdom. But recently, another fountain has appeared on the horizon, and another. And with it, the balance of light and dark begins to shift. Seems accurate, Crow. There was even special content from the Undertale Kickstarter video that was not used in Undertale that was used in Deltarune. Of course, all you know is dying dogs. Of course you do. So, did it reset the volume, or is this actually okay? I guess this is okay. It's like a little loud. We'll see how it is in-game. Can we hear a Cyber Swirl? There's no way we'll ever hear that tonight. So we are once again starting fresh from our Chapter 1 save. Wait, I thought it said... No, continue from Chapter 1. I said yes, didn't I? I was gonna say, I thought it gave a different legend for Chapter 2, but I guess the answer is no? Then? That's no, okay. I was thinking that was the phrasing for pulling in the save file. I already forgot what I did the first time I played this, apparently. Alright, here we go. So, we'll, I guess, skip past things here since, like, this is all gonna be the same. I don't know. I mean, I guess chat can say if they want me to do this slower or not. But we have been through this. We'll still, like, be seeing most stuff because we'll be checking to make sure nothing's different, but this part's all gonna be the same, for sure. Such restful sleep we had. Even after a long night, the sunrise is the same as always. Will you take the $5? You reluctantly borrowed $5. You've already taken enough. It's a birdcage. When the door is closed, there's no escape. It is not yet time to wash your hands. We'll be not skipping most things soon. Well, we'll be half skipping things soon instead of full skipping things soon, but we will probably skip past some stuff. We did the normal first playthrough of Chapter 2 like 2 weeks ago or so. You didn't lose sleep over this whole partner thing, did you? I still love the phrasing of this so much. Actually, my sleep quality increased. I don't think we looked at this last time, so lost sleep for being Susie's partner. You say with no negative intonation at all. Chris, as your teacher, there's a limit to the advice I'm qualified for. But if you're interested, I do have a recommendation. There's an FPS podcast that helps me sleep. No? Okay. It seems to not be time for class. Chris, help me out here. What do we say? Both of these options are amazing. Let's go with crime again. You know, just committing crimes. Just gonna commit some crimes and go to jail forever. It sucks. Have fun. We'll be at the library. So, I'm pretty sure this bit right here relies on you having done Chapter 1. I don't think Noelle gives Susie the chalk if you haven't done Chapter 1. It might require you to tell Noelle that Susie eats chalk, but at the very least, I think if you just dive into Chapter 2 directly, this doesn't happen. You're not required to tell her, okay. You needed to have talked to Noelle about Susie in any capacity. That makes sense, okay. So, other notable things, there's a hole here that, well, there will be once we come back, that is empty. No one's looking. Hug the dummy. You did not hug the dummy. You won't take the path of fluffiness any longer. We can actually buy a Halloween pencil now if we would like. I suppose we might as well. And this raises our spookiness too. That's just appropriate. Cuts enemies like a dagger. It loses the fluffy. I mean, we said we're doing less fluffiness this run. The game, explicitly said. Importantly, we are a level 2 bed inspector. We'll see how that changes. Oh, wait. Hey, let me look at my freaking room a sec. What was that about, she said something about astral projection. I accidentally skipped past it. Think I could do this with astral projection? This is still, skeeves me off a little bit there. Else's secret room over there. Don't even need to look at Chris's room. Do we want to do any of this stuff? We'll do like at least one. Clover rematch. It's not Clover's birthday anymore. She won't go easy on you now. Oh yeah, we don't have enough TP for Susie to use offensive magic here. Nice to see you again. This time you die. I just ignore them. Whispering about cute boys. How well do you know us? You know nothing, idiot. Sorry about this. Oh, okay, that's fine. Smells like clover and doom. So, like, I wonder if this is, like, how offensive this is as far as the rematch sort of situation. Like, that seems specifically interesting to me. I finally actually got a good hit there. Nice dojo today. Oop. Tired of discussing so much. Yeah, we can pacify because we've lowered their HP enough. I mean, that's another thing I can do, and that's, you know, an alternate route to spare people that most people never use, but it is there. I can't really think of any reason I would want to be doing that with my current intentions broadly, but, is something worth keeping in mind. Starts to look wilted. I mean, that's the other thing, right? We get to see unique injured text for the enemies, because there's text there too that's different for everybody, right? There's a lot of unique text like that in Undertale that a lot of people maybe never have a chance to see. 1%. An amazing battle. As promised, here's your reward. Okay, so nothing special for the fact we dunked them. Okay, so it seems like if nothing else there changed, I don't think we really care about doing those other challenges, so let's roll out. Hop in my pocket. And hop in my pocket. And hop in my pocket. So that's one thing too that like I feel like we need to carry Starwalker chapter to chapter by doing unique things, because most people don't have Starwalker in chapter 2. I only have Starwalker in chapter 2 because I did weird things in chapter 1 to acquire the original Starwalker and then chase them around a little bit and find them multiple times or whatever, so... Alright, can't really think of any reason we care about anything else over here. But, I mean, we do have to real quick visit the Throne of the Gods as it grows higher and higher. Alright, there's no reason anything should be different right now, so I'm fine just skipping this aggressively here. Let's go. No using the computer at my house this time. Oh, I guess that was going to be different dialogue. I should have probably read through it. That's true. I had seen that one from another stream, but if we're going continuity on only my stream, we have not seen that dialogue. So I shouldn't have skipped that. That's okay. Hey there, Mini Cookies. I have seen a name designated for this run that I believe the name itself is spoily for the run. So I'm not mentioning the name, but that is mostly what I'm spoiled for this route, and we'll see what we can find and explore to discover in the meantime. But that name does have a few different possible implications. Though one is certainly more likely. I don't have a guide. I shouldn't need a guide. Most likely. But we will have backup saves, and a mod will inform me if I have gone too far. I think I did try Googling this number, and it's like, I was actually curious if this number lined up to actually like a laptop brand serial number or something. It doesn't, as far as I can tell. You became stronger, and we had that little sound hit from the intro sequence, basically. Still very suspicious that Ralsei just, you know, came on over. It seems a new dark fountain has appeared. I guess I should probably... Well, I mean, this is assuming people have seen the pacifist playthrough of Chapter 2, right? Like, that's just how we should assume the situation is for conversing, because otherwise it doesn't make sense that we're trying to avoid talking about things later in the game that everyone's probably already seen. So, it really, like, it feels in a lot of ways like some amount of this is constructed by Azrael to find a way to spend time with Chris. But then you have Azrael's room that very distinctly does not contain a Ralsei. And, like, we would have to think that Ralsei was lying about Queen not having a room for him, and he would then have to have escaped before us and also been a butler. Like, it doesn't really follow anymore that he's Azrael, even though literally everything else points to him clearly, unequivocally being Azrael, given that he knows exactly what Chris's room looks like and designs it like Azrael's side of the room, and knows that Chris is good at video games, and like, but like, I can't find any way that it makes sense that Azrael has a room in Queen's Castle that Ralsei is very distinct from. So it's weird. Clearly I should have had that discussion while we were posed here, but because Ralsei's pose here is glorious. I love that pose there. Or alternatively, right after here would have been a good time to have that conversation, because then we just get more a Cyber's world. Green field extends before you, and in the distance, the city shines brightly. See, I'm not that enthusiastic about fighting, because I just want Cyber's will do. Oh, apparently we avoided that anyway. Like, we certainly could avoid fighting people. Like, I'm also kind of curious about that, right? Like, I'm curious if you don't befriend anybody, but you also don't kill anybody, because, like, the whole ending sequence is built up around, like, all the combined powers of all the people you saved and stuff. So there might be a bit of a differentiation there as well, which I'm a bit curious about. We want them to be... Yeah, I'm gonna do some crappy hits here, because I want to see their injured text before I forget to check for that. No, they're just shuffling menacingly at 17%. Maybe they don't have a special injured text. That's an option. But, I mean, that just sounds like something that might make the game slightly harder. Like, the only time we died in Chapter 2, all of it, was in the hard teacup ride. That was the only time we died in the entire run, so... If the game's a little bit harder, that's probably fine. Became stronger twice, Irel, twice. But we didn't even die to what lied beyond the challenging teacup run. Okay, so that one doesn't appear if we've already killed the other one. I'm gonna reset the room. The first one will probably keep appearing, though, because we haven't, No? Okay. Maybe the second one still appears? Maybe none of them appear. I was just thinking, because they, still might... They come back after you spare them, so you always have an option to make sure you can pacify enough to, recruit. Losing recruits. Defeating enemies with violence from now on will make them lost. Lost enemies cannot become recruits ever again. But the bonds you break may make you stronger. Smells like plastic cartridge. Okay, let's do bad hits. Task is beeping dangerously. That's possible that's normal, but I think that's because they're low health. Oh, the Wirewire maybe doesn't have a special, that's unnerving. And look at our HP going up, too, you know? The Wirewires were already tired, right? So that's probably the distinction there. They didn't have special text because they didn't become tired. Why is Ralsei doing a ton of damage? I mean, I did put on the Ragger, so their attack's actually the same as Chris's. Just healing spells for suckers. And maybe me later on, but not me right now. Yeah, that's an interesting thing too, Walrus. Like, Ralsei is definitely an afterthought in a lot of people's interaction, but not so much that Ralsei could be like only seen by Susie and Chris, I don't think. Like, there's this direct dialogue conversation with just Ralsei and Queen, for example, and nobody else. And, like, it's pretty clear that the Swatches, the Butler team, interacts with Ralsei and stuff like that. So it's not extreme, but I have also noticed that there's kind of an odd lack of interaction with Ralsei between some of the other characters that isn't necessarily telling, but could be telling. See, and then, like, you've got stuff like this, Ralsei just, like, knows things about Chris, and it's weird. Like, you could also go with the doppelganger approach, perhaps, like some supposed friend of Azrael's at college has like assumed their moniker to some extent and identity in the dark world, and like knows about Chris because Azrael talked about them, which seems pretty questionable, but it's like another possible line that would explain the disconnect there. Noel recognizes Ralsei in one scene. That sounds approximately right. Good easy, Andy. You can't pro game while facing this direction. Okay. Excellent. This is now just grayed out, clearly. Who the heck is Newbert supposed to be? Well... the only thing, like, extra that Newbert is they did the, stream, where they, it's Undertale's 6th anniversary, so we're playing Deltarune for some reason stream. And in that version of Chapter 1, there were a few small changes. One of them is that Newbert was in that playthrough of Chapter 1 in at least 2 places. And, like, what you can find Newbert and Ralsei's just like, my man! And it was kind of amazing and jarring. I'm guessing that is not actually in Chapter 1 in any fashion otherwise at this point, because I don't think it would make sense for Ralsei to break character that much and just be like my man there, but I think that was only special for the anniversary stream as kind of a little secret preview modified thing to like make you be like, this is off, what's going on here, right? The weird like dancing kid that the end of Chapter 2 at the like outside the church is also present in that stream. Let us take a break and be back in a few minutes and see how far we have to go until we find the trailhead of our weird route, I suppose, huh? See you shortly, everybody.